And that's the Youngbloods on FM 104.7 WROD. We're at 18 minutes after 8 o'clock. And joining us live from the Big Apple, he's in Manhattan, but he's going to be down here on November the 7th for a show called All Hands on Deck. Now, if you ever watched any of those Bob Hope variety shows or seen when they did a lot of performing during World War II, entertaining the troops, kind of lifting the spirits, and also telling a little bit of a story, that is what All Hands on Deck is going to do. Quite inspirational. And Jody Medeiros, who is put the whole thing together, he's the show producer and the creator, and he's joining us on the line now. Hi, Jody. How are you?
Good morning, Lisa. How are you?
Absolutely fine. We have a beautiful day here. I know it's a little cooler up there in New York, but we're going to be seeing about 77 degrees here in Daytona today. Don't you wish you could come down?
Boy, lucky you. We'd like to come down sooner and warm up our toes as quick as we can. So.
Well, we're looking forward to this show. This sounds like a lot of fun. You're kind of weaving a lot of the big band hits of the 40s into it sounds like a compelling story. Can you tell us a little about it?
Absolutely. The show is called All Hands on Deck, and I created the show a couple years ago. And it's an authentic big band 1942 USO type of a road show and radio broadcast. It's really a special show, and I'm very proud of everything we've accomplished with it. Basically, in a nutshell, it's 42 of the greatest American songs ever written. And, if I had to describe it in a sentence, I'd call it the fun-filled, true-to-life reproduction of a kind of a show that Bob Hope and Jack Benny, took to the troops during World War II. It's all based on the Hollywood Victory Caravan, those Hollywood stars that raised millions of dollars right at the beginning of World War II in 1942. And they went across the United States and did road shows and war bond drives. If you bought a war bond, you got to come in and meet Bing Crosby or Lucille Ball. That's what my show is. And it's a 2-act musical review. And the 4 characters in the show are based on 4 characters from the Hollywood Victory Caravan. Obviously, the character I play, Ted Crosby, is based on Bob Hope. And we have a 9-piece big band that we travel with, and it's just a great, fun, patriotic show. But the biggest thing about the show I wanted to mention is that I wrote this to salute the veterans and the spouses of World War II and the Korean conflict, the greatest generation. And at the end of the show, we have a big salute to our veterans. And so it's a special moment for all of us. Well,
it's kind of a great intro into November the 11th, of course, is Veterans Day. We have a lot of celebrations going on here. I was of reading a little bit about the story where the group travels to Columbia, South Carolina on this war bond drive, and some bad weather makes them stay, I guess, they have to get back to San Francisco, but they decide to do a live radio broadcast, which, of course, near and dear to my heart. Back in those days, radio was it as far as entertainment and really connected with a lot of people and brought, a lot of humor and great music into their lives. So basically, those folks who would get to go to the show, they're going to see this happen in Act 2 from the Peabody Auditorium.
That's right. And, it's all the jokes and laughs and the dances and the songs that the boys had when they were home. I mean, it is all 1942 from head to toe. And that's right, we come to the Peabody Auditorium, and long story short, we receive a telegram and says we need to hightail it out of town for bad weather. And one of the characters says, why don't we stay and do our radio broadcast right here from the Peabody? And so Act 2, we turn the stage into a radio broadcast. It's a lot of fun. A lot of audience participation. And I must say, this year I've heard a lot of good singing from our audience members. They sing right along with us. We have a great time.
Well, and a lot of the music is going to be well known with most folks. I'll Never Smile Again, Deep in the Heart of Texas, Thanks for the Memories. You weave a lot of the, like you said, the best classics from that era into the show.
Plus Chattanooga Choo Choo. Mm-hmm. That's one of my personal favorites. You'll hear Yankee Doodle Dandy, Embraceable You, and we have some comedy songs. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but we make fun of the German dictator a little bit in the show. We have a good time, and so I am really looking forward to coming down to Daytona Beach and I think it's just going to be great.
Well, we appreciate your time. It's Jody Medeiros. He is the show producer and creator of All Hands on Deck, which will be at 7 o'clock on November the 7th, right here at the Peabody Auditorium. And to get tickets, all you got to do is go to peabody.com, and you can get them there, or Ticketmaster outlets, the usual location. So we look forward to you coming down.
Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Can I just say one other thing real quick to anyone listening out there? If you have a next-door neighbor who is a veteran of any of the wars, but especially a World War II or Korea, a veteran, an uncle, a grandpa, get them a ticket. Bring them in. You'll really be glad you did. We salute them. It's their music. It's their time. And it's a special time for them.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate your time. Thank you, Jody.
You betcha, Lisa. Thank you so much.
All right. That's Jody Medeiros. He is the show producer and creator. All Hands on Deck. Once again, if you want to get tickets for that show, $33. You can get them at any Ticketmaster outlet or PeabodyDaytona.com, or give Helen a call at 671-8252. It sounds like a lot of fun. The classic hijinks of old musical reviews, a little bit of love and war, and, of course, a vintage patriotic big finish. That'll be at the Peabody Auditorium with All Hands on Deck.